and the bang, flash and bang, and what's the ultimate cure? What's the ultimate this and what's the, you know, I'm satisfied with, let's see if we can just get this to work and figure out some basic fundamental things about nutrition and diet and lifestyle and do our best to make our way. That's what's in my mind. And that way we might get something done. I was talking with a very close relative yesterday and was asking me about nutrition, and we got onto the topic of the nutrition research, and it's a mess, in my opinion. There may be maybe some of my professors would disagree with me, and others. I think it's it's a dumpster fire. It's a dumpster fire. Don't know what to do. Make heads or tails of it at times. It's all over the place. And it's supposed to be, science. Well, it doesn't, it's not the cure all. I mean, because it's a quote unquote scientific study, doesn't mean that, it's a good study. And was there enough theory to drive the study? Was it based on empirical findings? Were they making up hypotheses out of thin ether? It's a mess. And there's some critics of the nutrition research several think that all studies relying upon surveys where they're asking respondents to remember what they ate, they think that all of it is invalid. That's really a hard line. And there was a recent article about that. I was going to report on it on the show, and I never did get to it. And this guy really deconstructed the whole body of work, and said all the nutrition surveys, all the nutrition research that's been done in the last 50 years is worthless. Wow. So, that's my task. I got to figure out what's good, what's not, what's valid, what makes sense, what can I rely upon, what can I say to you that you can rely upon. And this is an evidence-based show, and you keep looking you got to keep looking for the evidence. And it's the quality of evidence. What is the quality? And so that's really it makes doing this show a lot more difficult. Because, other health talk shows, you never hear me throw any other shows under the bus. I don't do that. But they go on there and they jibber jabber. Right? And at some point, you got to give the audience something sound that they can rely upon. Where do you find those studies, the evidence? You're always looking for a good study. So I thought I'd throw that out there just to let you know that all the columns don't necessarily line up in a, nice and, like a Greek structure. All the columns in a straight line. You can't see the others but for the one in front of you. That's how much they line up. It's not like that. I wish I could tell you it is. So I sort through it and try to figure it out. Dr. Sally Bird is in here today in studio. Great guest. There she is. Wonderful, common sense, well-trained, expert health practitioner. She doesn't get caught up in all the clutter. And that's what happens. You can get caught up in the clutter and lose your way. We always invite you to call the show. And I shared that with you because I want you to know what's going on, behind the curtain. Because maybe you've learned this in life too, but one of my great lessons is that things are typically not what they seem. More often than not, they're not what they seem. And so we have to use our critical thinking skills and try to be reasonable and fair, but have a critical mind and say, okay, is this true? Is it not true? Was this done well? Was it not done well? Because I want you to have confidence in what we're doing.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. Don't forget Dr. Garko's personal email is drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. Follow us, like us, and share us on Facebook at Let's Talk Nutrition, on the Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Let's Talk Nutrition, where everything is archived. And once we go live, you get a notification if you subscribe. I'm getting almost a new subscriber every day. Every day.
Well, every squirrel gets an acorn once in a while.
That 66,000 views just keeps on growing. It's great.
If we can get an acorn every day, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, it'll feed us.
As I said, Dr. Bird is in studio. I was trying to get over on the weekend to see her in Orlando. She was at a beauty show, and I was caught up in clutter. And I had to get something squared away. Otherwise, I would have been there.
And you said that's like one of the biggest shows in Florida?
Yes, this was the A4M Anti-Aging Show, which has a unique mix of health professionals. Many medical doctors go there for their CEUs. They're crossing over from traditional medicine into integrative, natural ways to help with the aging process. What was really cool this weekend is we had a multitude of dentists and pharmacists show up.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because they want answers, Doc. They want different.
Did the two buses just get the wrong hotel and drop these people off? What happened?
Wrong golf course.
Yeah.
They want answers, huh?
They want answers.
Only the dentists and the pharmacists? That's it?
No, there were medical doctors. A lot of medical doctors.
Any naturopaths walking around?
A few naturopaths, even massage therapists, nurses, a lot of RNs, and a lot of folks that work for the VA were there.
All right, we'll talk about it. A4M. We'll find out what A4M means, and we'll get into it. There's stories trending, studies and stories about studies trending. A lot to talk about. You're listening and watching Let's Talk Nutrition, coast to coast and globally with Dr. Sally Bird today. We're so delighted that you're all there. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dr. Sally Bird's in studio. She was at a conference this weekend. I was trying to get over there and be there with her. I wanted to go, but I had to take care of something that needed to be taken care of. And I'm glad I did it. And she was at the A4M. She's going to tell you what A4M means and what this conference is about. Now, again, you'll find a lot of legitimate people there at this conference. It's an anti-aging conference. But that being said, there's also some hocus pocus, for sure. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to go. I wanted to get an assessment of what's going on there, walk around, talk to people. You know, what kind of science are they talking about? What kind of therapies are they presenting? What are the quality of the papers that are being presented? When you get into the world of aging, anti-aging, it's a mixed bag. There is solid, good science there and legitimate, well-trained people. And then there is, I don't know what, it's a bad magic show.
Okay, so I have a question. I have a brother that's 2 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
Same parents, so probably same genes, born in same hospital,
Mm-hmm.
grew up the same, and then when he got older, he moved back to Indiana, and I stayed here, and he's a police officer up there. It's the one who's got heart problems. He's got heart problems, okay? And he smokes. He continues to smoke.
One of the reasons why.
But he sent me a picture the other day,
Mhm.
and it looks like that his face looks like a leatherneck turtle. It's just wrinkled up, and I don't know if that's from stress or smoking. Or
both, probably
Both.
both.
The combo.
You have exposure to the sun, right? Photo damage.
right.
How old is he?
He's 47. I'm 45.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Gary, with every cigarette a person smokes, you use up 60 milligrams of vitamin C in your body. Vitamin C controls the strength of the collagen made in your body. When that goes, if he's not supplementing or trying to eat well, he's going to wrinkle faster. That's just that part of it. Should he choose to want to mitigate the damage of the smoking, he's going to have to get on a nutritional protocol with minerals, collagen type products, vitamin C, and massive amount of green tea.
Really?
Yeah.
I just
As a base. Just as a base.
Doc was here one day when we were
Mhm.
talking to him, and he had they were going to take him off the street because of his heart problem. And
Sure, you can have a heart attack.
Yeah, that's minerals, salt. I mean, it just, there's common things that he
Does
needs
he have?
to know.
You know, he's been diagnosed with atherosclerosis. They have to do They can do a heart scan,
Mhm.
or they can do different scans, and they can see it a mile away if there's plaque buildup in the arteries. He may have. I hope they're watching him closely. He may have if his coronary arteries are not healthy, and he's got a lot of blockage,
Mhm.
he could have a heart attack or a stroke at any time.
Mhm.
So somebody needs to check him. You know, it's a simple thing to do. Oftentimes, what they'll do, they'll run a scan, and that person's in the surgery either that day or the next morning.
Mhm.
The arteries are so clogged.
Really?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is not uncommon. You go to the cardiologist, they do the test, and he said, cancel everything you have for today, tomorrow. Why? Because you're going into surgery. That's why. You got, 90% blockage on these arteries, or this artery or that coronary artery. You need to go into surgery now, right now. Not next week, today, or tomorrow morning, tonight. That's so that somebody should talk to him. The man's at risk. More like odds on favor would be that he has high blood pressure.
Mhm.
And he's afflicted, as my dad would say.
That Gary's dad would say that boy is afflicted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So what did you see there? Two questions, Dr. Bird. What did you see there that really impressed you, and what did you see there and you walked away and you shook your head and said, I don't know about that.
Well, first of all, let me answer the question you asked a little while ago. The A4M show means the American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine, and they are gaining ground for the crossover or bridge between traditional allopathic medicine and newer ways to help one age properly and prevent rapid disease, slow down disease and aging. So most of the time, Doc, we have to work, and the Silver Biotics booth was slammed.
Was it really?
Slammed. So we didn't get out to walk very much. People would come over and tell us the lectures they liked. There was an abundance of CBD companies and peptide. A lot of research with aminopeptides for aging well, both in a cosmetic sense and an internal sense.
Yeah. See, I'm sure there must have been more CBD.
Yes, it was everywhere.
Yeah, that's the nature of this industry. It's sort of like the fashion industry, you know. What they're showing in Paris on the runways, then you have all the knockoffs that you'll find in the stores a little later from the things that they saw on the runway in Paris at the high-end fashion show.
And of course, bioidentical hormone administration like
Okay,
Pelicone
we'll be right
pellets.
back.
Yeah.
Right back. Okay, listen to the music. I was just having just having a conversation with Dr. Bird about one particular participant at the A4M anti-aging conference in Orlando. It's X-rated. I can't put it on the air. This guy's off the chain. Oh my God. Crazy stuff. Dr. Bird, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. So it was your booth was busy. What do they want to know? Why? First of all, how does Silver Biotics, the company, and how do their products, silver-based products, fit into an anti-aging theme?
Well, that's a great question. A lot of doctors, medical doctors, are already familiar with hospital-type brands in the burn unit and diabetic wound healing categories of medicine, but these other silver products are not as safe. They're mixed with different oils, sometimes a petroleum. They're greasy. They're not orally safe. And so they're looking for options that may be a lower cost, more effective, and offer a safer method of delivery for their patients. So, for instance, the silver gel, they can use in a wound, and they'll get faster results with a less price point, and the patient can buy it at a great price. So that's for the medical arena. With the dentists that were there, they're looking for fluoride-free options, and many of the laser beautifying places that do injections, Botox, fillers, facelifts, there were a lot of plastic surgeons there. They use the silver gel post-surgery, post-laser, post-tattoo.
Why?
Because it's effective, it gets rid of pain, it mitigates pain without having to use meds.
Is it an antiseptic?
Yes, it is. Also keeps the skin clean, antiviral,
so
mold, antiseptic.
Do you put it directly on the wound?
Directly in the wound.
Or the incision area?
Yes, stitches, incision.
Let me ask you this. Not an opinion, but are there any studies that have looked at application of the silver after plastic surgery on the wound to mitigate or to moderate the scarring?
Yes, there's a lot of scar research. Yes, if it's a young scar,
you know,
a year or younger.
One of the things they learned about scarring, they learned it with burn patients. What they found out was that pressure, putting pressure on the burn, believe it or not, would reduce the scarring. Actual pressure. So oftentimes when people have some kind of plastic surgery on their body,